Hi, and welcome to Simply Channeling. Sara and I set our prayers and intentions prior to starting this filming. And now, here's Sara.
This is good. I would prefer not to open her eyes.
That's fine.
This is to anyone who watches, as well as the two beings here. This tumultuous time is not to be feared. It is the predecessor to an awakening. The awakening has already begun, but the final one will be something joyous. Those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about and you're not sure that these crazy times are not to be feared, I recommend that you begin your internet searches for I believe it's okay to say this, for Lee Harris, for Bashar, Bashar. Search for enlightenment videos, for there are so many videos, most of which have good and proper information. Watch many so that you can learn to discern truth. Abraham is another one. There are many. Do your due diligence. Due diligence. That's a tricky word to say. Begin to learn how to know yourself, your true self, to raise your own personal vibrations in order to welcome what is to come. Also, don't be afraid of extraterrestrials. They've been here for a long time, a variety of them, and they want to assist in this growth of humanity. Welcome them as well. Heisha is a cat. He likes to be here in the session. Eventually, he'll probably get on my lap for pets or just to get his little face in there. But that's okay. I am ready for questions, Bill.
Okay. I'll start with my normal question. And I'll get the normal answer, I'm sure. Who's visiting today?
No name.
Okay, that's a good name. Is this the same no name was here the other day?
Similar. Not exactly.
Explain what you mean, please.
I'm trying to think of words that will make it clear to you.
Yeah.
You could say I'm a relative.
Okay.
Or another finger on the hand.
Okay. That works for me.
Not a splinter.
Nope.
Do not use that term
I
anymore.
will not be using that anymore.
Right. What can I do for you today, Bill?
How have you been lately?
Perfect.
Excellent. Learn anything new?
Not for you.
How about for yourself?
That doesn't matter. Of course. We're all learning.
It does matter to me. I'm beginning to understand more and more of what you mean and what life is like up there, and that's important to me. I need to get that concrete down.
There's no no concrete in your terms.
Yeah, I know.
Everything is fluid, fluctuating. Up there, as you say.
The first question I'm going to ask is the last question of the last session, because whoever was here last time left as I was asking the question. So the answer was yes. So I needed more details.
Of course you do.
Is there a connection between our egos and emotions?
Of course there is.
Which drives which?
Goes both ways.
Explain, please.
A being can have an emotional response. A corporal, physical being can have an emotional response to something, which creates a picture, so to speak, for the ego. And then the ego, at some other experience, can bring that picture up and cause an emotional response.
Okay.
They work together, I guess you could say.
Some scientists on this planet, maybe even on other planets, say that emotions are based on the chemicals in our body, and those who have a chemical imbalance are more emotional than those that do not. Is there any truth to that?
Not exactly. Yes, an emotional response is not necessarily caused by physical changes or reactions to something, but physical reactions can spur the emotions. Again, they kind of work together. But
Okay.
I would not say that emotions are caused by physiology or a change in chemicals or whatever. But those things do occur along with emotions. One does not necessarily cause the other. As I said, there can be a conjoining.
Once something is created by our collective egos on this planet, can it go away when the egos forget about that object?
If you're talking about the collective agreement of beings
Yes.
in this physical world,
Yes.
most things that they collectively create don't necessarily go away, but they can as humanity's vibrations in general increase. If they're no longer needed, necessary, It's not that they're forgotten, per se, but if the collective agrees that they're no longer necessary or needed, they can decreate it, so to speak, and it will go away.
How does a collective create something? Do all of the beings have to think about the same thing, the same shape, the same exact item?
It's not so much they have to, but enough of the collective decides when they're working together that this would be a good thing. And because the collective is basically spirit, they have telepathy, shall we say. I love that word from Bashar. It works. Telepathy with each other, and then it can come into being or fruition. It's not that it has to be this way and 10 of them have to agree or what, it's more fluid than that. But does that answer your question?
That general question. Now I have a specific question. Of course, yes. Let's say, for sake of the question, that this collective agreement decides on the recreation of a dinosaur. Would it appear in our current now?
If that is truly what the collective wants to experience, it won't just pop into being. But your scientists are starting to work on that already. However, if they decide that it's not, I shouldn't say they, because you are part of the collective.
Yes.
And if the collective decides this is not a good thing, it won't work. Your scientists won't be able to succeed.
Okay, that answered a lot of questions.
Now remember that the collective started everything,
Yes.
shall we say, eons ago, and decided for certain things to come about, for certain things to exist on your planet. Even questionable scientists. Nothing personal, just... So, in the now, which every moment is now, there are probabilities that exist where dinosaurs will be recreated and where they won't be, and everything in between. Because it is a plan. The plan of experience is loaded with probabilities. So, there's a multitude or an infinite number of other Earths, some where dinosaurs never went extinct, others where humanity went extinct, worlds where dinosaurs will be recreated, and then from there it'll split off where it'll be a good thing or it'll scare the out of the rest of humanity. And everything in between. There are probabilities all along the way, depending on what individuals in the collective think about and want and desire and try or whatever.
Thank you. You had added some clarity to some of the things that Shar has been saying that I really was kind of unclear about, but now I understand a lot better. Thank you.
But that's why there's an infinity of probabilities, and have been since the solar system was created.
It was just created now, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, that freaks me out.
Everything is now.
I know. I got some questions on that later. This next part, I may cut it. I don't know at this point. Both Sara and I have an acquaintance named Brent.
Yes.
He runs a local business.
Yes.
Who is, or what is the name of his guide? The primary guide? I want to thank the guide on my behalf for protecting him the other day.
You can just think it in your head.
Okay.
Names aren't really that necessary. And since we're all connected, all you have to do is say to Brent's guides, thank you for protecting him that day. I just said it.
I know.
You can do it yourself.
I've been thinking about it.
Well,
okay.
They're aware of your thanks, your appreciation.
Good.
He's a good man.
He is. Can a 3D world be considered like a theme park for you folks?
No, we don't utilize theme parks.
Explain.
Why would we?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. If I knew, I wouldn't ask.
Well, from what I perceive as a theme park, I suppose in one way you can think of it that way. Because beings who become physical, they do it for certain experiences. You humans go to theme parks for certain experiences. In that regard, I guess you could say yes.
Okay, because I was thinking along those lines. Since our egos create each 3D world, our egos meaning the inhabitants of each world, is there a template for all the beings in each 3D world that you guys follow as a start?
Not specifically.
You know, like, does there have to be a planet? Does it have to be round? Can it be oblong? Can it be square? Is there a general template you follow?
It's not that we follow. It is that, well, okay, if you want a template, go with physics, the physics of existence.
Okay.
And that boils down in your universe, in most universes, that planets are round because of the physics of their formation.
Thank you for watching this session of Simply Channeling. If you like what you listen to and want to hear more, please subscribe to the channel. And also, like this video and click on the notification bell so you may be notified when new ones are released.